And there's initiation going in the top lane against this Windrunner. Windrunner just gets nuked by the Lich. So Lich actually nuking but giving the kill to Heo. So wow, really well played by both of those players. I'm very impressed. Lich is being able to ulti and give the kill. So ensuring the kill by using her ultimate, and at the same time being able to give the kill to the Medusa. That is just really well played by Nirvana. So applause to them over there. The mid tower did go to SJQ over here on the Oblivion. So he's at level 9 now. The Clockwork, I do believe, is level 8. So he's falling slowly but surely falling behind in terms of levels as well. He's not roaming as effectively. I mean, he has picked up a few kills already. I think he's picked up 4 kills. And so in fact, he's picked up all the kills. So not a few kills, he's picked up all the kills for CA at the moment. So actually the Clockwork being a menace that he's supposed to be in the early game. Really well played in the early game by the Veno, by CU roaming as much as possible. CU now trying to get up to level 6 just so he can pop his ultimate in team fight. I think there might be a gang trying to go here onto the Morphling. No, DGC just backs out with his familiars. They're going to try now scout out the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit is going to get scouted out. Stun goes off. Familiar is going to be able to land their stuns. Familiar stuns do go down. Familiar stuns are able to land. Are we going to see a Soul Assumption going off? Lich pops her Frost Nova. Stun going off onto the Visage, but he's got so much effective HP. Windrunner does manage to TP in at the moment, so there's a lot of action going down the bottom lane here. We do see Pugna arriving as well, so this is going to be a huge fight. Morphling of very low HP, trying to get out of there as fast as possible. We do in fact see Soul Assumption going off. Soul Assumption not going on. Hook missing from the Clockwork. This Witch Doctor has popped her heal, and she's going to try to get off much kills as possible. Huge Soul Assumption going off again. Familiars are chasing this Clockwork as hard as they possibly can. Clockwork has one more charge left on his bottle, but I think he is going to get out at the moment. Everyone's just healing up, but that does not unfortunately, but that does mean for CA that the bottom tower is probably going to go down. But however, Witch Doctor is taking so much damage from the Windrunner that he does go down. Lich picking up another kill against the Veno there. Veno just so frail at the moment. But then the Windrunner comes around again and picks up a double kill. So wow, just really intense team fight going off on the bot lane. Not actually favoring anyone. They both traded. I do believe they both traded 2 for 2 there, because the team scores were 4 for 6 and now they're 6 for 8, so they did trade 2 for 2, but really a lot of intense action going around in the top lane. But why the team fight was particularly successful in Nirvana, and what I don't think CA realized, is that the Windrunner had to TP bot, and so although Windrunner did manage to pick up a double kill, what it did mean is that this Medusa is just getting free farm in this lane. She's probably going to take this tower relatively soon. We do see CA running to the running to the top lane as fast as possible. We do see another TP support, and Medusa, if you're going to be smart, just back out of there. In fact, it's just a Morphling on level 8, so whatever. She is getting initiated on. Are we going to see a slow going off? In fact, a TP out by Morphling. Morphling didn't even pop off. Ultimate being landed there, but she's probably going to survive. Has popped her mana shield in the fountain, so she's definitely going to survive out of there. But ultimate being wasted by the Veno there. Really just not well played by him. And CA is actually going to have to deny the tower there. Specifically when the Medusa's TPing out. You know, popping your ulti isn't going to kill him, especially when he's TPing to the fountain, so why waste it? Rather save it for a team fight. It's much more important in that instance to try and save your ultimate to win a team fight, to win another day, and rather than try to pick off a Medusa. Medusa has just got so much survivability. She's got 88 creep kills in 14 minutes. Holy Moses. That is the issue with leaving a Medusa in a lane, forcing a Windrunner to TP bot and leaving a Medusa in a lane to farm up as much as she could ever possibly have wanted or dreamed, in fact, to farm up. She's going to finish the Lincoln Sphere ASAP, and that's going to mean a huge disadvantage going down to the CA team. Once that Medusa's got a Lincoln's, pretty much going to be unkillable. The nukes from the CA are very high and very powerful. I do agree, but you know, they're not powerful enough, specifically if Medusa has her team around. Wow, Rocket's taking Pugna to such low HP. Are we going to see another Rocket picking out the Medusa? Sorry, picking up the Pugna. Come on, Rocket. Oh, Hook going in. Is Rocket going to go off? No, Life Drain. That's another problem with popping cogs. Okay, Witch Doctor's gonna survive. Wow, Witch Doctor pops the ultimate. Blast, ultimate goes off. Ultimate goes off from the Lich. Soul Assumption being popped off, killing off the Windrunner. Really well played here by Crystal on the Pugna, just owning. So Clockwork's like, yo, I'm gonna be baller, I'm gonna hook in. get a land a rocket onto this Pugna because, Pugna's on such low HP. I just need to get some sights a hook and let's pop a rocket. And then he pops cogs. And, the Pugna just lifelined him and was like, well, thanks. Now you can just stand there and give me my HP back that you took away. So, I'm not so sure that was the most effective play there by Clockwork. I don't think he realized that was going to happen to him. And yeah, we do see Ultimate Ore being finished onto the Medusa. Medusa sitting at 1,500 gold. So wow, she's going to finish 104 creep kills in 15 minutes. Doing the maths, that's an enormous amount. That's just over 6 a minute. That's almost 7 a minute. So a Medusa with 6 or 7 a minute early game farm is definitely going to transition into something ridiculous like 800 late game farm. Have seen it before. If Medusa gets up early levels and early farm, specifically with split shot, she can just, every time she can take a creep wave every single time for, if that creep wave rocked up, she would take every single hero in the creep wave with a split shot, and that's like 10 creeps per minute, maybe more, depending, if she can TP to lanes and stuff. But 10 creeps a minute is just going to be absolutely bonkers to deal with, specifically when your Morphling has 46 creep kills, so roughly a third of the creep kills that the Medusa has. And if you're comparing when both these teams are relying so heavily on their carries to win them this game, rather than the early game domination, Asian Dota is always relying on, late games. They'd rather, try and win a game in the late game than try and win a game in the early game. That's just the style of Asian Dota. Not saying it's wrong, just saying that's the style of Asian Dota. But in that being the case, it's such a bad state if your Medusa has 3 times the amount of farm than the Morphling does have for CA. That's really not signaling a good end for them. We do see Nirvana going to try and now mount a push in the mid lane. Look how well this is working out for them. We do see, is the Morphling doing what he's supposed to? Yes, Morphling is farming the lane, but a 4-man push going onto the mid tower here. Lots of Venom wards being laid down here. Are we going to see any sorts of initiation? But while the initiation is going on mid, Medusa is just farming up the bot lane like a crazy person, CSing as much as she pleases. This is like, I must say, to become like Ian and use some sexual reference, it's like a wet dream for Medusa on the bot lane there. I don't think she's even going to bother to join the fight. She has TP top now. I'm not going to scroll over there because this action on the mid lane is probably going to go down pretty soon. But she has TP to the top now just to push back the Morphling. Morphling is going to TP probably to the bot lane now, or maybe even to the mid lane to stop the sort of push that's going on from Nirvana. Mech hasn't even been finished yet on the Windrunner, which kind of shows you the state of her farm that she got on the top lane. We do see Clockwork. Clockwork thought about it and then realized how bad last time it went down. But he is going in here. Where's his team support? There's no team support so far. Lich is in fact getting popped, getting mana drained by the cogs. But immediately Lich popping ulti. Morphling coming in there. DGC picking up a double kill with his familiars, with his soul assumption. Witch Doctor really well placed ultimate here on the ledge. Morphling just morphing everything to strength. 1,800 strength at the moment. But Summer going down, Banana going down on Nirvana to the Venomancer, but just really good. There's an ultimate being popped up here by the Witch Doctor in combination with that, just a really good skill combination with Witch Doctor's Maledict, Witch Doctor's ulti, and Lich's ulti. Just pawns everything in the face. And specifically Witch Doctor's stun in combination with Lich is actually a really good spell. It stops people, stuns numerous targets, stops people from moving, and it shows that the Lich's ulti manages to hit everything possible. I do really disagree though with how this Fizz has been playing the Clockwork. His team was standing roughly by his tower when he decided to hook onto one hero, being a Witch Doctor here, one hero. Yes, Morphling was here, but he hooked onto one hero when 3 of his teammates were sitting back by the tower. Excuse me? Yeah, well. So hooking onto one person when 3 of his teammates were away, and when the whole of Nirvana was actually hanging around here on this ledge. Just really poor play. Specifically, I mean, yeah, they were trying to defend their tower, and that didn't go too well. Vengeful Spirit just going to die here on the bot lane. But it didn't go too well to defend that tower. But there's no need to try and engage a team fight when you know Lich has got his ulti, Witch Doctor's got an ulti, why and try and engage a team fight with one hero? Rather wait for when the terrain gives you an advantage, when when a hero is out of position. I don't think the Witch Doctor, yes, the Witch Doctor here in the forest was out of position, and you managed to initiate on the Witch Doctor here. That would have been something different, because both teams would have to initiate or run into the forest here in order to complete some sort of initiation. Mid tower here is going to be taken by the Sentinel, but Glyph has been popped and Medusa just TPs in. Medusa's Lincoln Sphere has been finished. So that's huge in terms of this team, in terms of team play. Medusa, sorry, actually the Pugna getting initiated, but juking like a madman. Medusa popping ulti, wow, and juking the power shot from the Windrunner as well. Ultimate being popped here by the Witch Doctor, but she's actually managing to survive, but ultimate being cancelled. Pugna now coming in, life draining that Morphling managing to replicate, but not very far, trying to use the replicate to juke. Moved about 300 units across the map, but really well played here by GYY, by Neo, managing to survive on super low HP. That is the power of the heal from this Witch Doctor, specifically in the early game. Really just helps out all your team, helps out the tankiness of Lich, helps out the tankiness of the Visage, and just owns everything. Specifically as well, the Medusa, I do believe that this Witch Doctor should have gone for mana boots, because that really helps out her heal, helps out the Medusa in terms of her mana shield. But nonetheless, I suppose intel trades do hold up. I do prefer mana trades on the Witch Doctor, specifically when there's a Medusa in your team. We are going to probably see a rush attempt going now. Gem has been picked up by Nirvana, so we are going to see this sort of the counter ward strategy, specifically when you're winning the game like this, and Sentinel or CA is relying so heavily on wards. Then it's really a really good idea to pick up a Gem here in this instance. Gem is definitely gonna being able to counter ward against CA is just gonna remove all of the sight that they have. I mean, they have no idea, apart from rockets maybe scouting out. They have no idea that this rush attempt is going on, and then specifically when they're trying to defend, this the top racks here, or the top racks and the mid racks and the bottom racks, or the bottom tower over here, when they have no ward vision because they've all been taken down, you are scared. CA, specifically when you're playing against Nirvana Chana, I mean, you're going up against the biggest powerhouse pretty much in Dota in the world at the moment, and one of the biggest powerhouses. You're scared in the first place, but when you have no vision, that's like, it's like watching a horror movie alone in a dark room. That's what it's like. I'm telling you, I would be petrified without any sort of vision against Nirvana, because specifically DGC roaming with familiars has picked up an urn and a hood now. Django, yes! Woohoo! Witch Doctor going to Django. Well played. Favorite item, by the way. I love Django. It's an amazing item. Support heroes, really underestimated. Really helps out your carry. Just helps out in a tri-lane amazingly well. Helps you push towers super effectively. And on that note, I'm just going to pause because I'm having to take a phone call.